Hi, I'm LaShonna Sharp, Chief Risk Officer at Valid Systems. I want to spend a few minutes today to talk to you about the evolution of check fraud. One of the things that we can see with check fraud is that over the last 7 years, we have seen a tripling of check fraud from 2018 to 2024. The interesting thing around this is the fact that check volume has actually significantly decreased within that same time frame. One of the contributing factors to the increase in check fraud over the last 2 years has been the transition of users going to the digital channel space. ATM and mobile is now where the majority of check fraud is occurring. One of the statistics that I can share with you across the account holder base that we manage at Valid Systems is the fact that 40% of the items that are presented within the ATM channel for account holders that are less than 3 months old are actually fraudulent checks. A secondary factor that bank fraud teams are having to deal with are victim scams. Over 500,000 people in the United States alone every year become a victim of check fraud. The cost to consumers for check fraud victim scams is roughly $1.2 billion each year that is left solely to the responsibility of the victim. So why has check fraud continued to be such a challenge for bank fraud teams? One of the primary reasons is the fact that over the last several years, banks have invested significantly in other digital channel spaces such as ATM, Zelle, and debit card. The lack of investment or the underinvestment within the legacy check space is one of the contributing factors as to why banks are struggling to deal with the year-over-year increase in check fraud. In order for banks and other financial institutions to keep pace with the advanced fraud tactics today, it will require investment in additional technological advancements. A question that I'm asked very frequently is, where is check fraud headed in the future? And one of the things that I can say without a doubt is that AI will absolutely contribute to check fraud in the future. What used to require some development skills within Photoshop in order to modify an image or create a new check image can now be done with your smartphone and some AI prompting. We have to take a multi-tactic approach when we're talking about check fraud and dealing with check fraud in the future. A behavioral lens needs to be given to the account, the payer, and the image of the check in order to win in the check fraud space tomorrow.